When I came to Sanford, I started looking at this fellows program. Their motto was the mind, the virtue, and the world. And every single one of those is important. That a lot of schools focus on the mind and what kind of student you are, but I think the fellows program goes a step further. They want to talk about what kind of person you are, and they take a vested interest in who you are and how you develop. They want to make you a successful person to go out and into the world.
Being a fellow, we all take a special core curriculum, and I think the best thing about that curriculum is the seminar-style format that they're presented in. We talk about the readings, we delve into these issues really deeply instead of just being lectured, for 2 hours. We actually get to engage these texts, and we get to interact with each other and build off each other and disagree and have good, honest dialogue and grow our opinions and learn how to have reasoned conversations with people. And I think, to me, that's one of the most valuable aspects of this program.
We took that trip to Rome the past summer, and I have to say that was probably a trip of a lifetime for me.
I just remember one of those wow moments for me was walking around the street corner and there was the Coliseum. And then a day later we walk around another street corner and wow, there's the Pantheon.
One of my favorite things that we did as a group was go to the Galleria Borghese because I love art, and we got to see all of these Berninis. And just seeing those up close, there's so much life in all of Bernini's sculptures.
Dr. Mitris, Aaron Carr, and I got to go to gladiator school and learn about the gladiators and actually get to put on some of the armor and use some of the weapons and kind of mock battle. And it was a lot of fun. It was a very good learning experience, but it's so interactive. That's one of the things I'll never forget about that trip.
While we were in Rome and in Italy, I got to learn a lot about how the Roman civilization came after the Greek civilization and how important the Greek civilization was in influencing not only Roman culture but the world. So from there I just knew that I had to go to Greece. I think being able to sit in Athens and look out my hotel window and see the Acropolis and the Parthenon up on the top of the hill, it was just really transformative to me.
Last summer I went and spent 4 weeks over in Israel digging and doing research with Dr. Strange. He taught me how to use design CAD software to replicate the building in 3 dimensions, and then also to draw some pottery plates that will eventually be published in the dig manuals that will come out later. Not very many undergraduates get to do research before they go off to grad school, and I got to experience it as at the end of my freshman year.
They say that once you get to college you make friends that last a lifetime, and I never really believed that, but now that I'm here I completely understand why, because with these group of 40 kids in your class, you not only go to class with them, you do homework together, you study together, you hang out together, you stress out together, you write papers and edit each other's papers, and you do this thing called life together.
Those friendships that we've developed around this academic community continue, and we can sit down and watch a football game or go to a party or have a meal with each other, and just we really enjoy spending time with each other.
Coming into the Fellows program, I had 40 friends immediately. Everyone took me in with loving arms. They accepted me for who I was and didn't judge me from where I came from, because we're from all over the place.
I feel like each person, each friend of mine in this program would one day do whatever they could to help me and to help each other out. And I know that each one of them is going to change the world in a different way.
We're actually at Furman University this year. It was a road game, and that's a pretty good drive. And we didn't expect a lot of people to travel. We didn't expect for there to be a lot of fans there. But we got there, it was raining that day, we were all kind of down. But I looked up in the stands and I saw all these fellows sitting there. And that really picked up my spirits that game, and we ended up having a really good game. And I like to think that they had a part in that.
Not only do we have this special curriculum, but it really does connect back to other areas of study, especially my major. Being a religion major, I think one of my favorite books that we've read throughout the curriculum has been Augustine's Confessions. His understanding of Christianity is just really, well, it's completely formative, for Western Christianity. Without Augustine, we wouldn't believe or act a lot of the ways that we do. But to me, he's someone who actually gets it.
Active Minds has a conference in Washington, D.C. And the Fellows program paid for me to travel to the conference. They paid for my plane ticket. They paid for my hotel in Washington, D.C. And through that, I was able to learn some things that have been really helpful, not only for my particular Active Minds group, but also in general.
As a graphic design major, I get a very diverse learning experience because I take classes dealing with history and philosophy at one part of my day, and then the next part of my day I do painting and 2D design.
To be a fellow and a student athlete is definitely something that you can be successful at doing. It takes a lot of hard work. It's not one of those things that it's easy, but anything in life that's worth having is worth working hard for.
Although I'm a fellow, I also get to enjoy so many different classes outside of the University Fellows program, including my private voice class. I get to take theory, I get to take piano. It's been so wonderful to experience Fellows classes, but in addition, also be able to experience the rest that Sanford has to offer.
I
am a University Fellow.
I am a University Fellow.
I am a University Fellow.